What up, nMo fans? This is your boy Alexlexus coming at you live from the hot box in the sandbox over here. And this is, I won't say too much of a mini short of an episode, but there's a couple topics that I'm going to touch on. I know it's been a while since the last mini short, but I'm sure you all understand that things are changing and I'm on another shift and whatnot. So I have some time to cover a couple of topics, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now, those of you who are following the development of Tekken X Street Fighter, now Ono-san, and you can verify this on eventhubs.com, was mentioning that he wants an assist feature in the game. Now, after playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and some of the disappointments with the game, I think that going over the top may not be the best course of action. So I had something that I want to directly put in your ear, Seth, Killian, and Ono-san, in reference to Tekken X Street Fighter. And here they are. Alright, those of you who've played Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, to me, those were some of the more solid games in a crossover versus series, because it kept the general formula of the 6-button layout, and it didn't stray away too far like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 did. Although the mechanics in MVC3, once you get used to it, it's a fun game, but it's not like for the hardcore enthusiasts like myself and many of you guys out there. But I was saying, with this crossover, the formula, I think if they take a Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter approach, they can't go wrong. Or even a Marvel vs. Capcom 1, where you have the 6-button layout, you can have like one other character, and have the middle buttons for the assist. Because I don't know, maybe the focus attack may or may not make it into Tekken X Street Fighter, but I would say that is your best bet. Keep it simple, don't go too crazy. I mean, with the visuals you can do whatever. Like, look at the success of Street Fighter 4 relaunch of the series, where you got the ultras going at different angles. Now with 3D you could do a whole lot more. But I would say play Marvel vs. Capcom 1, the original, and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, where I think that was the peak of the Versus series as far as my opinion goes. But if Tekken X Street Fighter is supposed to adopt some sort of assist system, why don't you just put full out tag? Look at the success of DOA 4, DOA 3. The way that a 3D game did tagging, that should have been the model that Street Fighter had taken, and maybe putting in Street Fighter 4 or something of that nature. But yeah, if it's a 2-on-2 where somebody's jumping in with a kick with the 2 heavy buttons, and you have the 2 middle buttons for an assist, you cannot go wrong. It will create, it will bring the hardcore back into it, because MVC3 did alienate a lot of the hardcore. So I think Capcom really has to clean that up, and without the hardcore guys who would spend the money at the arcades and purchase their stuff, you'd be the judge there. But I'm just saying, if they kind of do go back with the R&D team, go back and look. Some of these games that lasted so long, look at why they lasted so long, and take what worked with them and incorporate it into the newer titles. I know that now it's a new generation of gamers that are coming up, that it's just like, give me 3-button attack system so I can beat somebody. No, it's not. I would say if we don't want to lose the fighting game culture, keep it the way it was from Street Fighter 2 all the way up to Third Strike, 6-button layout. Negotiate the tagging. King of Fighters 2003 was able to maintain its control and still have 3-on-3 tagging. So maybe that's something to look into, Ono-san and Seth Killian. But that's what I would suggest. Keep a Marvel vs. Capcom 1 feel, or Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter feel to Tekken X Street Fighter, and you will hit gold. Definitely, you'll be straight. Another topic I wanted to get on was some comments made by Sanford Kelly and a couple other people in reference to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 being utter garbage. Now, I think that was a bit harsh, considering the effort that the companies have made to put into the game. Me being an artist, I would kind of be sensitive about that. Especially, it's one thing to be a player, a competitive player of a game, but it's another thing to be a developer. So I would kind of suggest that maybe not so colorful, I'm trying to find the right word for it. I mean, I'm not too happy with the game, but I respect their effort. And hell, there wouldn't be an MVC3 had the fans not wanted it. However, Capcom should have really took the high road and listened to the fans. Especially Anomaly and I had put out button control scheme ideas and all that, and we got that email from a Capcom rep to go to Evo, but that, NMO funds were kind of short, so we couldn't show up for that. But in their mind, Capcom already knew, like, hey, this is what we're doing, regardless of, what's said about it. And look, the hardcore people are ripping it apart. You got Marn, Justin Wong, Sanford. Maybe if there is another outing with the Versus series, kind of take that into consideration next time, because I believe MVC3, and I was on the phone with Shinwar talking about this. I don't think he agrees 100%, but I would have suggested that you keep the MVC2 control scheme with the new look of MVC3. I mean, the roster we know is lackluster, and I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but, yes, MVC3 is somewhat more tailored to the casual fighter. However, if you find your niche with it, you can probably get some hardcore aspects out of it. Me, I'm not a fan of 3-button fighting games like Melty Blood and all that, and JoJo's Adventure. I like it, but you won't find me getting real competitive with that. So I'm pretty sure others might say the same, but it's what it is. But yeah, I would say to say the game is garbage, is scrub hunting and whatnot. It may be true, but maybe, some people who enjoy the game, it's like you're kicking dirt in their face. So, let people enjoy it. If you don't like the game, hey, express your stuff and go about it. So, that's all I really got to say on that. This is Alexlexus giving you a little mini short. I'm trying to do the reviews for some of these other games once I get the time and whatnot. And I reacquired a PS3. So those of you guys who are saying I'm an Xbox fanboy and whatnot, yeah, y'all can eat it. I got a Slim here, so we'll be working on that. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always leave a comment below. Please subscribe to our show, and I will be updating the website very shortly. And I have a little surprise release, so the release is only going to be to registered members, so be on the lookout for that. And without further ado, this is the conclusion of NMO Mini Short. Thank you for your support. To NMO fans, family, friends, loved ones, I'll be home in June for vacation, so I'll see you then. Take care. Not to be trusted, seen hobnobbing with the front a lot busted.